Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In the previous video, we learned how to create Active Directory users, and we also created users in bulk using the PowerShell commands. In this video, we will learn how to enable Exchange Mailbox for these user accounts. Let's go to our Exchange server and open PowerShell as administrator. Add PowerShell snap-in. Let's just check how many mailboxes do we have. Using the get mailbox command, we can see how many mailboxes are already present on the system. As you can see, there is only one mailbox which is used for discovery search. So let's see how many users do we have on the Active Directory using the get user command. As you can see, we have bunch of user accounts for which we can enable the user mailboxes. However, there are some accounts like Exchange Online application account or the guest account or the built-in administrator account or this particular account. So we do not want to create user mailbox for these accounts. So let's just filter these accounts by using their original locations, which means the organizational unit. To do that, let's go to DSA, which is Active Directory Users and Computers. As you can see, we have the administrator on this particular OU, which is users OU, and the guest account is here, and this is also here key distribution account. However, we have created our accounts within this particular OU. So let's use this OU as a filter. To get the path of this particular object, let's go to properties and go to attribute editor. Within the attribute editor, copy the distinguished name. This is the path of the object and use it in our get user command as a filter. So to do that, we can enter get user and use the parameter organization unit and paste this particular OU path and hit enter. As you can see, this has filtered out all the unwanted accounts for which we do not want to create mailbox. Let's enable mailbox for this particular account. So to do that, let's just go to this account and copy the username or the user logon name and do get user and give the user logon name, and it is only giving the output for this account. We can use the same get user command and pipe it to enable mailbox, which will enable the mailbox for this particular account. Let's hit enter. As you can see, this command has enabled the mailbox with unlimited prohibit sent quota on the Exchange server Exchange 2013. You can also just use enable mailbox and just enter the UPN of the account. This should also do the same thing, but I will show you why I use this method while enabling this mailbox. So we have enabled the mailbox for this account. Let's just go to Active Directory Users and Computer, refresh this OU and double click on this account to go to the properties. As you can see, the email attribute has been already populated, and if you just go to attribute editor of this object, you can see that the mailbox has been created under this particular database, which is the only database we have as of now. Also, you can see few other attributes which are related to Exchange has been populated for this account. So this is how we can create or enable mailbox for the user accounts. So let's use the same command and enable mailbox for all these other accounts in bulk. Let's use the same get user account and organizational unit. As you can see, using the same command is now giving us the same result, but you can also see recipient type is user mailbox. So we need to exclude this account which is already having the mailbox and enable mailbox for the other accounts. So let's exclude this account first. We can use the same command and pass it through the PowerShell pipe and filter using the name attribute. So let's use the where command, and within the parenthesis, let's mention the attribute name, which is the name attribute, and then pass it and filter it as not equals to this particular name, and close the parenthesis and hit enter. As you can see, this result has filtered out the account which we do not want to see, and it is only giving the user accounts. We can also use the recipient type as a filter and just filter out the users like this. This should also give the same result. Let's use this particular command and enable mailbox for all these accounts. This should enable the mailbox or the user mailbox for all the accounts which is passed through the PowerShell pipe. In short, it should create mailbox for all these accounts. So let's hit enter. As you can see, this command has enabled mailbox for all these users. Let's just verify using the same command which we just ran a few minutes ago. As you can see, the recipient type is all user mailbox. You can also use get mailbox to list out the mailboxes which are present on the Exchange server. We now know how to create mailbox for these particular user accounts. Let's take a scenario where we have multiple users in the same department and want to share the same common email. So to do this, these individual users having individual mailboxes will have to send the same email to each person every time they want to share the same email. So to simplify this task, we can create a common mailbox through which these users can share emails. This is also called the shared mailbox. So let's create a shared mailbox for HR systems. So to do that, we will have to use the new mailbox command, because the enable mailbox will only enable the mailbox for the accounts or the user accounts which are already present on the Active Directory system. To create a new account and enable mailbox for that, we will have to use the new mailbox, and we are creating a shared mailbox with the name HR services, and we are creating this user account on the organizational unit human resources and users OU, and we are informing the PowerShell to create a shared mailbox with this shared parameter. So let's just create this mailbox by hitting enter. As you can see, the mailbox is created now, and let's just refresh this OU. You can also see the account has been created here. So let's verify if this is created as a shared mailbox using the same previous commands. So we will do the same get user organizational unit and pass it to the OUPS. So in this list, you can see HR services, and this is also mentioned as user mailbox. For the Exchange, the shared mailbox is also considered as user mailbox in the recipient type. However, if you just do the get mailbox for HR services and pipe it and then select the recipient type and add asterisk here, this will give you two attributes, one of which is recipient type and the other one is recipient type details. So in this, you can see the recipient type details is mentioned as shared mailbox. You can also verify the same for other mailboxes by just removing the HR services from the filter. As you can see, rest of the accounts are created with user mailbox, and this is a discovery mailbox, and only HR services is created as shared mailbox. To also see the display name or the name, you can just add the name. So this will give the name recipient type and recipient type details. So let's just use the same method and create a shared mailbox for all the other departments, which are like IT services, research and development, and sales and marketing, and also for the security. As you can see, I have created few shared mailboxes here, and also you can observe the special character ampersand or the and is not allowed as a value for the name attribute. So we have used research and development as a name for this account, but you can still bypass this limitations using the ampersand and the double quotes like this, and you can still pass through and get the same name for this account. Ampersand is also used for some other operations in the PowerShell. So let's not use this character as a name for this particular shared mailbox. So let's just use the same previous command to see how many user mailbox and shared mailboxes we have on the Exchange server. As you can see, we have few shared mailboxes created here, and we have few user mailboxes created here. We can also filter this result with only the user mailbox using the command get mailbox, and pipe it to where the recipient type details is like user mailbox. This will only output the account which has the user mailbox, and filter out all the shared mailbox and the discovery mailbox. And we can also do the same to get the list of shared mailboxes by just changing the recipient type details value as shared mailbox, or we can use the same command to output the special mailbox types, as you can see here. So this is how we can enable user mailbox and shared mailbox individually for a single user for bulk users. I will be sharing all these PowerShell commands on my website and as well as on the description of this video. Please go check it out. In the next video, we will learn how to manage groups within Active Directory and Exchange servers. I hope this video was informational and hope to see you on the next one.